Hello, ladies and gents, and welcome back to another Mega Man game.
Oh boy!
And this time we're going to Mega Man 4.
Yeah!
In the year 2000X, household robots Rock and Roll were created by Dr. Light, and were enjoying their peaceful days.
Yeah!
That one day, the industrial robots all over the world went on a rampage, and the world fell into total chaos. And when they mean by the whole world, they mean that one city on the corner there. So how did Dr. Light know it was Dr. Wily immediately?
I think the better question is, how would he not know?
I mean, I thought he said Dr. Wily was a swell guy.
You're funny.
Brockman, you're naked.
He's got no junk anyway.
It's weird how they painted his feet blue.
I think it's even more weird how the fact that they're showing his origin story in the fourth game.
Yeah, that's true. They had a bigger budget, so they felt like, you know what? Let's put more depth into his past. For about a minute.
And his hair is also blue in this, although it's supposed to be black.
Palette limitations?
That's exactly what it is.
See, that's the thing about classic Mega Man. Palette sharing. The only reason why he's blue in the first place is because that was like, I think that was like what the most colors you can get out of the NES at the time. It wasn't so much that he sticks out more.
Yeah, they said that they're actually, it wasn't so much that he sticks out more, it's just that because the color blue had the most shades in the NES color palette, so that's why he was blue.
Ah, okay, there we go. That explains that. Anyway, Mega Man forgot his helmet. So, these are the 8 Robot Masters. In case you all don't know, and I mean all one of you. Normally everyone goes after Toad Man, but I'm going after Dust Man.
Why?
Because Dust Man is just as easy.
So you're like so you're one of those kids who pick on the weak kids when they play dodgeball, don't you?
I didn't pick Toad Man.
Fair enough.
Actually, I think Mega Man 4 is one of my favorite Mega Man games.
I wouldn't put it as high as 2 or 3 for me, but it's above it's certainly above like some of the other ones, like 1, 5, 6.
You know what? I'm probably gonna piss off a lot of people when I say this, but what do people see in Mega Man 2?
It's because it's basically the game that brought the series back to life, because considering Mega Man 1's poor sales, they were going to axe the series completely, so if it wasn't for that game, you basically wouldn't have Mega Man anymore.
True. Well, they made this game on their spare time.
Yeah, I know, that's exactly my point. I'm kind of in the same boat. I understand why a lot of people love it and why it's special to a lot of people, but the other Mega Man games just, for me, do a lot better job.
I don't know, I like, well, I wouldn't say I like 3 over 2. I like...
No, for me personally, I like 3 more than 2.
Oh, you like 3 more than 2?
Yeah.
So you don't mind the monotony of going to deal with the Doc robots?
Honestly, I don't even really mind that.
Well, neither do I. I mean, at least the levels are different. It's not like a complete rehash. God damn it, Eddie.
And this is why no one likes Eddie.
He tends to give the good drops, actually.
He's got the good stuff.
Yeah, screw it, I'll accept that. Anything besides weapon energy.
So Joey, what about you? What are your experiences with like classic Mega Man?
I have yet to play one. I know I'm gonna anger a lot of people saying that. How could you not?
You haven't lived your full childhood.
It's funny, I think Joey's actually older than me.
Yeah. I didn't get to play many games when I was younger, so.
Well, granted, my first classic Mega Man game was actually was one of the GBA ones. I think it was Mega Man 2.
Funnily enough, my first ever Mega Man game was this is gonna sound really funny. My very first Mega Man game that I ever played was Mega Man 02. And keep in mind, I played that when I was a child. Yeah.
Even though my ass was getting kicked left, right, and center, I still had fun.
I think that's honestly why I like it so much more than Mega Man 0, 1, and 3. Because I played it so much when I was a kid.
Well, to be fair, my first Mega Man game ever was Mega Man X, X1.
X1.
Yeah.
The problem with me is that during when I was growing up, I wasn't in an environment where games were there, but the thing is I never had easy access to them. Because back when where I used to live, we only had basically one game console. It was the PlayStation 1. We only had like 2 games for it, and we never had any other games. And my cousins, whenever we did actually get to go to them, they only had a PS2, and that's really it. And most of their games were scraps because for some reason they think leaving games out open and CDs face down on the ground is a perfect way to store their games. It is not, by the way.
Put them back in the case
Exactly.
and put them on the shelf.
What I keep telling them, but they don't want to listen to me. Anyway, so I didn't really get a chance to play many games when I was younger until I moved to Canada, where I started like being more exposed to games because there was just more variety to pick from.
Technology moving up in the world.
Pretty much, which is essentially why I missed out on so many games that I could have played when I was a kid because it just wasn't available to me at the time. But that's enough about my life stories.
Well, I had access to all the pretty much most of the systems. I had the NES and Super Nintendo, and I got that from my uncle, because he was a gamer at the time. And then whenever I went to my dad's house, he had the N64. Oh yeah, and that was Dustman.
Funnily enough, my older brother actually had a Genesis, which I never got to play, and because I don't even remember when he had it, but he had a Genesis, and he also apparently had a Game Gear.
Well, I had access to Sonic games through the PC CDs.
Oh, those
PC
things.
releases, I mean. Yeah. I had access to Mega Man games, except for Sonic 1. I never actually got to play Sonic 1 until the Mega Collection.
The Mega Collection is where I was mostly exposed to all the classic games.
Yeah, the first Sonic game that I played was Sonic 3.
The very first Sonic game I think that I ever actually played, very first. I honestly have to think it's either the very first. Actually, I think it was Sonic Heroes. Was my very first Sonic game.
Wow, you really did come in that late into the gaming.
I told you I didn't really have much choice back when I was younger. It was either my PlayStation or nothing. So.
With only 2 games.
And with only 2 games, or 2 games that I can mostly remember being any good. One of them was Bloody Roar, and I think the other one was Crash Bandicoot.
No, at least you had one of the good games.
Hey, Bloody Roar is pretty fun.
No, I mean like in the sense of like more iconic games.
I think it was Crash Bandicoot 2? No, it was Crash Bandicoot 3, my bad. It was Crash Bandicoot 3.
Oh, okay. It's not bad. It's better than 1.
And 1's not a bad game.
It's not a bad game. I know it's not a bad game.
There's just no reason to go back to it over 2 and 3.
Yeah, it's just bullshit. Anyway, back to Mega Man. Skull Man. It's
Skull Man.
Actually, if anyone doesn't know, these Robot Masters are actually created by kids.
Were all of them created by kids, or only one of them?
I think initially, no, actually, I think all of them. Or was it Mega Man 2 and onwards?
I don't think Mega Man 3 had that. I don't think it did anyway.
Well, yeah, most of these Robot Masters, as far as we know, were made by kids in Japan. I think it was Mega Man 6 when they actually chose like kids from America.
Acceptable racism.
No, Japan was closer, so they just chose them.
Right.
I mean, we're not that far apart from each other on the map.
Right.
Now, when is Canada next?
Never, because Capcom won't make any more Mega Man games.
Until that one day where they make Mega Man 100.
No, they make an HD remix of Mega Man at Crossover.
Ah.
Please don't ever do that.
Oh, you gave them ideas.
What?
I know.
I don't think Capcom really has the budget to even do that anymore.
Oh, trust me. I'm pretty sure they have a budget for a low-cost port of a mobile game.
Oh god.
And you died.
I sometimes feel that Mega Man's jump is stiff.
No, I think you just fucked up. Well, you weren't too far back, so.
Ah, okay. How do you guys like the draw distance for some of these enemies?
It's not really draw distance per se.
I mean, not draw distance, spawning.
Well, that's always been a problem with Mega Man. Well, the classic Mega Man games, anyway. You can literally take one step off screen, come back, and they're right there again.
Again, that's some kick-ass insurance.
You know, basically, all these enemies might as well be boos. You turn around, you turn back around, and they're right there, just waiting for you.
Exactly. All of these skulls, and once you hit them once, then they just come back almost immediately.
Yeah.
No, I mean no. If you use a charge shot, they die in one hit. But if you use a regular buster, you have to like shoot them like 3 times. Anyway, when you're dealing with skulls, you throw dust at it.
That completely makes no sense.
Well, it doesn't make a match 4.
So you just
Yeah, so they just stare at each other.
I was gonna say, you're just gonna watch him.
That's literally what Skullman does. If you don't do anything first, he won't move until you move.
That E-Tank could cut. Yep.
So, Skullman just sits there. It's like, I won. Yay.
So why didn't you use the E-Tank there?
Because I was already dead, so...
And the E-Tank would have saved you from being already dead.
I didn't press the start button in time.
Oh, Jerome. I still can't get over that. All you have to do is just look at him.
So
He's just standing
awkward.
there. Menacingly! Get out of there, Mega Man!
Fun thing is, Freeze Man in Mega Man 7 does the same thing, except he taunts you, telling you to make a move.
What if you stand there for long enough?
Yeah, he just stands the same way, but if you wait a while, he'll just do the gesture where he tells you to to get over here.
Oh, kind of like Ken's thing in Street Fighter, where he taunts you like doing the hand wave.
Yeah, like he taunts you to to come over here. Select and make your first move.
Those bosses were pitiful.